You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
I'm hacked into the Matrix.
Hell yeah, dude.
My producer is snoring next to me, so we're officially ready to go.
We've gotten the all clear.
Right. That is the green light from the studio.
Yeah. We hear one little snore, one little honk shoe, me, and we're good to go.
Yeah. She just has to make sure that all the audio is good. That's all.
Yeah, she does important
She's just
work.
supervising.
Yeah.
Right. It's tiring work, right? But it's important work.
Someone's got to do it.
Welcome to Into the Twilight, first of all.
Yo.
Most importantly. How are you?
I'm here. There are icicles forming around me everywhere I look. It's really awesome and sick. We love to see it.
I hate that.
But still,
my bones are so cold right now.
Yeah, dog. That sucks. Like getting, a certain age and you're like, damn, I thought I was built different. I'm not. We're not. None of us are built different like that,
Yeah, it turns out that when it's cold outside, the internal juice expands and your joints hurt.
Yeah, not my internal juice. No.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, having a body is would not recommend.
It's a prison.
But I'm here and listen. We've talked many times on this podcast about music and music discovery tools.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome. And I think I've had for the last 5 to 6 years, been not on my music bag in a major way. For various reasons.
Well, the times.
Right. The times, a lot of things that were a practice were less of a practice, and then you lose the muscle, right?
Yeah.
And so I was noodling, and I was I did try something 2 years ago of trying to listen and broaden my discovery outside of algorithms, whatever, of just and seeing listening to things in full albums front to back kind of vibe. And I did that for a month, and then I kind of stopped. And I was like, that was pretty fun. Let me try it again, whatever. And I have a whole bunch of backlog stuff that I bought from Bandcamp and a bunch of shit that I just haven't listened to. So I've been working through that. And then I also found this site called 1001 Albums Generator. And it's the most lo-fi shit ever. It's based on there was a book that was 1001 albums you need to listen before you die or whatever. And this one guy just devved a website that will just every day give you one of those randomly. And you're like, hey, listen to it. And then the next day it's hey, listen to this one. And it's fun. It's a fun little task of okay, wake up in the morning. What is my little album today? And then you just listen to it. And you're like, cool, I listened to a new thing. Or I'm listening to a thing that I've heard songs from before, but I've not listened to it in its entirety. Or I haven't listened to it in a long time. And it's fun. Yeah. It's a cool way to be okay, here's a prompt that I can just do and check off the list, but also engage in a different way or something I wouldn't naturally gravitate towards and be what's up? What you got for me? What's going on here?
I'm pulling this up right now so I don't forget about it. Because that is my eternal problem.
Yeah.
In the before times, before Spotify got awful.
Yeah.
It was just look at all this great music, but I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
But this, they're just going to decide for me. But I can very much tell that a human being made this because it's so pared down in a complimentary way, right?
Completely.
I love that.
Yeah. It gives you everything you need. It is a white screen. And then when it's your day, it'll give you the name of the album, the date, the year it was released, links to the Wikipedia page.
Perfect.
And then the photo of the album cover. And that's it.
And that's all I need.
That's all I
want.
Yeah.
It's essentially a form, and that's exactly all I want. I don't need the fluff. I want to be able to tell that a human being made this.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's perfect.
It's great. And it's like, yeah, as you were saying too about Spotify, like I haven't used Spotify in like 6 years or whatever, but like it was a huge vehicle for like discovery because it had at least an algorithm that felt curated by people at one point, right? And there was like
God.
sense and there was like a sort of like fluidity to it that was rife for discovery, especially of smaller things or like relevant things. And that doesn't exist anymore, obviously. And so it's like, since then, I've been trying to figure out how to recreate that with more tangible and human feeling ways.
Right. Well, there was a time when the Discover playlist used to fuck.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Those used to actually work well.
Yes.
And I haven't been on it in years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But those used to at least feel like they were made by a person, even though I know that doesn't scale, obviously. Yeah. But their algorithm used to feel like it was attuned to your taste and not the way that it has tanked so poorly now.
Yeah.
This is great. This is one of the best things that I've seen in a while. I love a simple concept.
I love good internet, and we get so little of that now.
I miss it so much, man.
But this is good internet, capital G, capital I. We love to see it.
And not to sound like a fucking, it's not boomer, it's more honestly like Gen Xer.
Sure.
But I miss the internet. I miss stumble upon. I miss when the internet had good, rich content on it. And this reminds me of that a lot.
Totally. Yeah. How are you doing, my dude?
Well, I've been thinking about buying some LSAT books off eBay. So
sure. Yeah.
This is probably a little bit more sustainable. I've been wanting to use my brain. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously not going to go back to school because I don't have time for that. Right. But I've been thinking about like, do I want to just prep for the LSAT? Do I want to just like read criminal law for fun?
Yeah,
like
dude.
I want my brain to feel tired in a way that I don't feel tired right now.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't miss that part of college because obviously like I had undiagnosed ADHD. So I was struggling in a different kind of way. But like I miss reading critical research.
Yeah.
And thinking. So that's been on my brain. It's not a cry for help that like New Girl is, but I just miss... I miss the structure sometimes that going to like my bachelor's and graduate school did sometimes. But I was obviously, if I would have had ADHD medication, I would have been a fucking force to be reckoned with. I'm just saying that, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just been on my mind. I can't believe that I'm saying this because this is so against my nature, but I'm bringing a show that just came out.
I know. This is a shot. You're watching the show before I did.
I know. And this never happened. You know how this is because it takes me 5 years to get to stuff.
For sure.
I have demand avoidance, okay?
Yeah.
Sue me. But I saw that Vic Michaelis was in a show on Peacock.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't need to know what this is. I'm just going to put it on. And turns out, so it's a show called Ponies, which is an acronym for persons of no interest.
Love.
And again, I gotta stop doing this. I went into it knowing nothing about it. I just put it on because I saw that Vic was in it.
Sure.
Do you know anything about this show?
I get a little bit of the ads, but they're like very vague. Like I know they're like KGB-esque vibes, but that's all I know basically.
So you knew more than I did. Great. So Emilia Clarke stars in this, and then Haley Richardson, who was Portia in White Lotus.
Yes, yeah.
Also stars in this. And the first, honestly, 15 minutes, so this isn't a spoiler. The first 15 minutes, they're American husbands who are in 1970s Moscow. This is very Red Scare propaganda, by the way. They're American husbands who are in 1970s Moscow get got, and they're like, well, damn, dog, I guess we got to go back to America. But then they look at each other and they're like madmen. They're like, well, we don't have anything to do in America. Should we just go back to Moscow?
Okay.
And they do, and they somehow con the embassy to become operatives for the CIA.
Hell yeah.
And one of them, Amelia Clark, knows how to speak Russian fluently. So she can kind of do something, right? But then I keep calling her Portia. That's not her name. Her name is Twilight in the show. Doesn't know how to speak Russian at all. Looks aggressively American. She's just has gutso, right? She's just got it in her, right? And so the guy at the CIA just tells his boss, he's like, hey dog, so if you put them together, they're like kind of competent, and we keep losing men in Moscow. We've never tried a woman. And this guy's like, I'm pretending that I never heard this conversation.
Sure.
And if this breaks bad, I am not attached to this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so it sounds like a yes. Okay, cool. And so these two women go back. And of course, they're secretaries at the embassy, right? Because that's the only thing that women can do.
Right.
But Vic is one of the wives at the embassy.
Ooh.
And they're like playing this. It's very, very important person. They're playing that character.
Love that.
Like you see the press on nails, like the full blowout, right?
Okay.
And it's just like aggressive femininity here.
Sure.
It's so good. I wasn't sure when I started watching it at first. I was like, wait a second, I wanted to watch this for Vic Michaelis. And then as soon as you see their character, I was like, oh, I'm aggressively locked in. Because it's like kind of drama. It's kind of thriller. It's kind of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much Red Scare propaganda. But I'm kind of locked into these two women trying to figure out whatever conspiracy is going on with their husbands. Because they died in a very sus way.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know what it is yet.
Interesting.
And they're just kind of bumbling around being like, well, if these dudes can do it and they keep dying, why not? We can try.
Sure.
They're not going to suspect us.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, listen.
I love
I'm
that.
in.
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely watch the pilot for sure.
Yeah.
And see. But I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
That's awesome.
The concept of it, of the idea of like persons of no interest, made me very intrigued.
Totally.
There.
Yeah.
I giggled on that. And I'm hoping that Vic shows up more because they're doing a good job.
I love that.
So I like it. And I want to see more dropout cast members in shows. Please and thank you.
Oh yeah.
We've got a little bit. We've got a little bit of news here. Where would you like to start off?
Let's do a little makeup moment, little makeup check-in.
Okay. ColourPop's on their fuck shit again.
We're back, baby.
They've been dropping these a little bit faster than I expected, I will say.
Yeah.
I thought that they would spread them out a little bit longer, but we are on to this Eclipse collection here. So,
Yeah.
I knew when this was announced that it would not be a personal favorite of mine.
Sure.
It's going to be very cool tones, which is
Yeah.
not what I wear. Thoughts?
It's definitely much more like the most like vampy, like first
I
like
agree.
proper vampire one we've got, which I think is fun. I think it obviously is for a particular crowd, which is not a bad thing.
It is not. No.
But it does feel like if you're like, oh, I want Twilight, I want vampire makeup, here we go.
I agree with that. I think that the matte lip I would wear.
Mm-hmm.
The eyeshadow pots I would wear. I don't hate that they put red in the eyeshadow palette. Because again, we've got a lot of Volturi in this one. It makes sense. I know that there's definitely someone who's going to buy the collection is going to want to see that. I know there are definitely some folks who would wear that for sure. Is the highlighter pretty in the pan? Yes. Will it actually show up that way? I doubt it.
We do have some really incredible eyeshadow names this round.
The names are good.
Like just one being The Tent is really, really funny. one that's I'm Switzerland, okay. It's like, okay, that's also just too long of a name for an eyeshadow color, but I do love it. I appreciate it a lot.
And that is something that in the last two they have done really well,
Yeah.
is the naming of them,
Right.
which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
So I'm good job on that.
Totally.
I think that is good. I don't hate it. It doesn't stand out to me from the last two. I think this one is probably my least favorite so far. But
Sure.
I hope that here's what I'll say. I will be curious if they're going to do two different collections for Breaking Dawn.
That is a great point. Yeah.
Because I do think that there's a big opportunity for leaning into some of the wedding opportunities with part one. But that also just feels more cash grabby to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's fine, is what I'll say. It's fine.
Yeah.
I am personally very excited to know your thoughts on this next piece here from GQ.
God, we're back with Rob just saying some fuck shit in interviews, and I love it.
I love it when they let him talk.
Yeah, because this whole thing is like, it starts as him just being like doing like Dior photo shoots and like fragrance, like it's a bunch of like random fashion and like shit, but then are talking about, you know, him and his life and the things that he's up to, which is everything. But there's a lot of fun little moments in this, particularly him correcting the record, or at least continuing the record of him saying that he smelled like crayons, which I forgot about. I forgot that he said that.
Oh my God.
But he did bring it back and was like, hey, I stand in my truth that I did smell like that, but my body chemistry has changed. So it's not like that anymore. But trust and believe it was, you know?
And sure, bud. I think one of my favorite things about pieces like this is knowing that his PR team set this up being like, oh, we're going to have this really sexy profile done in GQ. It's going to be about, like, obviously we're doing it for press about like Die My Love and all this stuff. But it's going to be specifically about like his new perfume that came out, all this stuff. And then we get to the questions and it's like, can we circle back, Rob, to you being spiritually Gen Z? And he's like, you know what? Actually, I'm so glad that you asked.
Yeah,
and
let's dive on this for a minute.
And his PR team was like, God damn it.
God. There's one thing really stood out to me on this, because we have talked about this also before, of him registering music potentially, and like, if he's gonna be doing that and stuff. And he talks about a little bit of being like, yeah, I've like recorded stuff, but also like being earnest as a musician is like so embarrassing. Like being like, I like to sing my own songs is like fundamentally the most cringe and embarrassing thing you can do, which I think is very Rob, right?
Yes.
And he talks about this one moment of on the Batman set, that there is somewhere a video of him that is him wearing the Batman cowl, like with the ears and everything, headphones over, and like in a tent making like electronic music with his vape alongside for like an hour. And I need that so bad. I need that video. Release the files, release the tapes.
No, for real.
I need it so bad, because that's I think his flow state. Like, I feel like him in that moment was like, I'm connecting with God and everything around me and the light in the trees, and I'm in it.
This interviewer is so important to me, being able to truly get some gems out of Rob, stuff that we don't always get out of him, because he will stay tight-lipped if he doesn't trust you, and I respect that about him.
For sure.
Something that I also appreciate getting to learn about him and his family, and some people have kind of leaned in and talked more about him and Suki's kid than I prefer knowing. Something that I do enjoy learning here is that Suki has watched some of Rob's movies.
Yes.
And specifically, we know that she's watched Mickey 17. And I think that that's beautiful. I think that's a great way to start his catalog. I can imagine that the little baby liked the little worm, the baby worm.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
Oh, yeah.
But I like that the interviewer was like, oh, yeah, so fuck Coco Melon. She's really just like getting started on the classics here, which is great.
I think that's beautiful.
Right. We have to build culture here. I think that's. Thank you, Rob, as usual, for gracing us with so many gems that I continuously don't think that we will get.
Mm-hmm.
And yet here we are. Learning so much about you.
We love to see it.
I do love to see it. And if we don't at some point get that cowl video, I'm going to be upset.
I'm going to be on the news. I don't even need to hear the music. If you never want to publish a song or release a song ever after this, like, I get it. I need to see at least like 10 seconds of you in full Batman drag with headphones on, hitting your vape and making beats. I need it so bad.
It's just, there has to be footage of that, and we won't share it. But if we could just see it, it would be really important to
I just need to see it with my own eyes. So bad.
I will be satisfied if I could just see it. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I did unfortunately realize, because we got to episode 6 last week, that we are on season 6, episode 7 this week.
So that sucks that you said that.
So I apologize to the class for that.
Yeah.
But when they made this, they didn't know what that reference was. So that does bring some comfort to me.
For sure. I just looked at the hashtag for this episode and I'm fucking losing it.
Uh-oh.
It's hashtag
What is it?
Delana Memory Lane.
Oh. Well.
Also, Delana, sorry, that's a bad ship name. That's got bad mouthfeel.
I don't like the way that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
That's a funny hashtag for this episode, given how much Elena was like, I don't feel this, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right. Like, obviously we reach an apex later on, but like for the majority of this episode, she's like, I'm good, actually. I'm so chill with like not investigating this any further.
Yeah. She was really doing a hard pass throughout most of this.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about this episode? Yeah.
I understand Elena being like, well, what are you going to do, right? Because Rick can't do the shit anymore. Rick's a normie now. So, love and light, I'm out. I'm doing so good right now. Everyone's always saying I'm doing so good right now. So, I don't need to add this to my little lexicon. But what I will not stand for is Caroline enabling her in this line of thinking. Because she's better than that. She's stronger than that. She's a better friend than that.
I agree.
Because she's like, she also is like, Elena, you're doing so good right now. Caroline, hey, look your friend in the eye and tell her she's going through a thing right now. And that's okay. You're there for
Neither of you are good right now.
Neither of you are sound of mind, which is fine and understandable given the traumas and the horrors. But like, can we be for real? Can we have a girl time? Just fucking gab sesh for a minute? She's like, oh my God, you're following your dreams. You're doing so good in school. Like, all your distractions are gone. And it's like, homie, these are all distractions. What she's doing right now in her life is all the distraction for the other stuff, you know?
She has only been in a distraction mode for like 5 years.
And going so far to call Twink Liam McDreamy.
I'm pissed.
Well, you can't say that. You can't say that to that man.
He did get
about that man.
He did get. Listen. The closest that he's gotten to McDreamy is when he did that fucking ultimatum threat at the end of this episode.
That is true. We got a little closer.
McDreamy behavior.
Sure. Yeah.
But the rest of it,
right?
That put some respect on that name, Caroline.
Yeah, your words have meaning, Caroline.
Words mean things. Don't fucking piss me off. And Caroline, honestly, I'm moving you down to yellow because you fucking pissed me off this episode. Actually,
yeah, dog.
You need to get back to your roots.
There was one funny Caroline moment though of like, because she's doing the stuff with Stefan of being like, I'm icing you out, like you're not my friend, like why do you keep showing up to my house and my room and my dorm and like trying to get back in my life when we kind of had a moment or whatever. And she's like, her mom calls and she picks up the phone and it's like, hey mom, can you give me a second, because I have to like get gum off my shoe, and is like looking at Stefan being like, get the fuck out of here. And then her mom on the other end is like, hey, I don't know what you're actually doing right now and if this is some sort of weird power play, but there is a gun to my head, so if you can actually we can actually stop whatever this is.
Caroline, if you can cut the bullshit, I'm about to get shot in the head. So
like, I'm sure you're like girl bossing in a really cool way right now and I'm so proud of you, but there is a gun pointed at me. So we do kind of gotta focus up, actually. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Caroline, I don't know who you're trying to impress right now in front of your cool-ass college friends, but I'm in a hostage situation, so cut the bullshit. And she was like, damn, Mom, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, whoops. I misread the room. I'm sorry, that's on me.
But you know what? That line was a good moment, and I did miss
Pretty
that
good.
Caroline a lot.
Yeah. You know, in any
I
other...
haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, I missed her.
And then she was gone. That Caroline was gone for the rest of the episode.
Diva down.
I'm so fucking pissed off about her right now. The writers are doing her so dirty.
Yeah.
And
Hashtag not my Caroline.
No, it's not. I don't know who this woman is, but it's not Caroline. And I think it's because they're trying to give her curly hair right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I need her to go back to having straight hair and go back to being my girl, Caroline, who doesn't fall for all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm pissed off because Enzo even called her out on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because only Enzo can do this, right? Because they're both queening out together. And he was like, oh, you hate Stefan because you don't hate Stefan. He was, Caroline looks, she like snapped her head back at him and was like, will you shut up right now? We have more. First of all, I thought we were friends. Second of all, we're in a little bit of a more important moment right now.
Also, when Caroline was mad at Enzo and it's like, what took you so long? And he was like, my hands were covered in blood and the touchscreen on my phone didn't work.
I love them.
It was really good. They need to be
so
besties for life. They piss me off so bad, but I love them.
And we don't get any scenes with them anymore because they're trying to force Stefan and Caroline down our throat.
I hate it.
And I hate it.
Also, sidebar, can we talk about what was possibly the loudest version of Concrete Angel mixed into this episode?
The decibels on this song were astonishing.
It was distracting to a point where like I couldn't hear the words that they were saying in the dialogue, like diegetically. It was just Concrete Angel, like so loud.
I'm so glad that you said that.
It's a wild needle drop for this situation, and it's very funny. But like, it was something in the mix happened where it was the lyrics of that song were louder than the dialogue that was happening, and that's not how it should go. I don't need to. I can get it. I can get it with the little instrumental, maybe a little low of the lyrics. But why are the lyrics as loud, if not louder, than what they're saying in the scene?
And sometimes it is just a Peacock thing because their sound mixing as
that's true.
Streaming service is a little wild. But this definitely felt like an editor's choice that was like, I'm going to make this so loud that you cannot mistake it.
Right.
And I got it, okay?
I'm here. I understand what you're doing, but we can turn it down a little bit.
I am aware both of this song and the meaning that you were trying to convey in the moment. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't have to hold my hands for this. I got it. There.
Felt like a fucking ASPCA commercial.
Yes.
It was just so on the nose.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
God damn.
Other funny moments during this episode were Joe asking Rick if he had a pair of clean socks and clean underwear before verbally discharging him from the hospital, which is not how that works. There is paperwork that's needed. Other one that I thought was funny was Tyler being the second worst barback I've ever seen on television.
Oh my God.
Second only to Tom and VPR.
No, I was going to say, He's literally, his side plot right now is Vanderpump Rules. Like, he's just doing a side
No,
quest
literally, yes.
that is working at Sir. Like, it's
I've never seen Tyler more scared in his entire life than trying to bar back at a fundraiser. Him trying to wear a tie and fill up champagne was the scariest thing that he's ever had to do. And he is in a supernatural world where he was a werewolf hybrid
right
before.
Sir? This is the only time I find Tyler interesting now. Like, if we just like really commit to this as like his side quest, like get me a vampire Lisa Vanderpump in here, stats, like just see how he does.
Because now it's just a werewolf turned human who has to navigate being a privileged kid that's never had to work before, and somehow I do kind of find that funny.
Yeah,
because it's just like he's very scared of fairly mundane things, and part of that is funny when it's like there are supernatural things that are like people are dying, Kim, and he's like, but I don't know how to fill up champagne glasses. These flutes are scaring the shit out of me, and these
are the real
kind of
problems funny. I want to see, because listen, Matt is going through the ringer of human problems in supernatural scenarios. But Tyler is now being in this environment, and I want to see him work a job and be bad at it. Like, try to learn what he's had to do.
Yeah, man, I want to see him have a panic attack trying to fill out a check. Well, like, the world is crashing down. Part of that is kind of funny to me.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Because Liv was so over it. She was like, I cannot deal with your shit right now. I have to keep this fundraiser going. But thank you, though.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Please don't make these flutes sticky on the outside. That would be gross to hold. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
By the way, I need to go back through my notes. Oh, it was at the fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
Jo said she relinquished her magic. And that was when I immediately went, I wonder if she's related to Kai. So when she got back to her apartment and unbuttoned her shirt, I was like, I fucking knew it. Because why would a witch in this world, right?
Right.
With what we've seen, not just in Mystic Falls, but like in multiple places of the US at all.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it in other countries as well. Why would you relinquish your magic? We've seen how other people treat witches here.
Right.
And that would only happen if your brother tried to kill you when you were like 7. But that scar on her stomach, though.
Oh my God, yeah.
They did a really good job with that. Looked real.
Oh yeah.
So apparently you can only be brunette in this show, by the way, if you've had a tragic backstory. I was really glad. I want to get to Bonnie in a second. I'm still not sure about Liam, because I don't think that the compulsion that Damon did in the fundraiser actually worked on him.
Yeah, it didn't feel like, because especially after the first thing he said, which was like trying to be like, because he was responding to him, right? Like it felt like there was still like, it wasn't, oh, I'm gonna go away, or like not, or be like, yes sir kind of vibe, which is usually what we see with compulsion. Like it felt like there was still like a conversation, which we don't really see, and an acknowledgement.
Yeah.
So I feel very like, I'm not sure if this is actually working.
And they haven't been showing us his eyes, which they usually do.
Right, yeah.
When someone has been compelled.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know, man. Something is up with Liam, and I'm not entirely sure. Because Jo said something about him. That he was medical royalty. Yeah. But other than that, we still don't know a lot about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Something is off about him, and I don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
But he's on my list. Because first of all, you're going to tell someone, albeit she's a vampire, but you're going to tell someone that you're a freshman, I think, that you're going to go in and get someone's patient records, crime.
Yeah.
And then you do it, crime.
Uh-huh.
So, because it's one thing to say it,
right,
but then to do it, and then you hand them over as proof, sir?
Hey, what?
That's you don't just do that.
Right.
People use HIPAA a lot. They just throw that around and they don't really know what the name of that is. But that is a crime.
Yeah. Hey, dog.
And you didn't only look at them, but you took them out of the hospital? Homie.
We can't be doing that.
We can't be doing that.
No.
They're not even using her real name. Her name is not Lady Whitmore.
Right.
I don't care what her name is, but that's not her name.
It's not her name.
So that's weird. I was very happy to see that Bonnie was alive this episode, though.
God, that man needs to leave her the fuck alone. I'm so fucking pissed. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where this is going, because we know that there's a dead end at the end of this tunnel,
right?
But I'm not entirely sure what they have planned here.
Yeah.
Now that we know that there's a connection in the present to Kai,
right?
I'm not sure what is happening here. But Bonnie was she was a badass this episode.
Oh,
I mean, fork found in kitchen, but
right.
When isn't she? But she was on one this episode.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you think you can cat and mouse game me? Try again, bitch. I'm out here. I'm going to the store. I'm getting painkillers. I'm getting all this shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, Kai was really playing checkers this episode.
Yeah. She's like, oh, joke's on you. Have you thought about putting magic into a teddy bear, bitch? How about that?
It was not lost on me how much Damon was trying to force romance into his situations with Elena.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see it a little bit when she tried to drown herself by crossing the border.
Right.
And we got to see glimpses, right? That did work. The compulsion did start to wane for a moment. But he was really trying to force his hand of romance in those moments. But I felt more positivity, and I saw it on him when he saw that teddy bear and held it to himself.
Yeah, and saying you're still alive and with the most breathless voice I've ever heard this man use, and a little hint of a smile and awe. That's love,
and yet
baby.
Here he is trying to tell Elena and almost convince himself, right, that I've been replaying these memories for 4 months. They're what kept me sane. Yeah, and it's like, sure, Jan.
Right.
If that's what helps you. But that's not what I'm seeing here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that Bonnie did that, because even though it screws her, it screws Kai, which good. Fuck that little noise. He unfortunately reminds me of Dane Cook.
Oh my God! Wait, yeah.
I couldn't quite tell what he was. Why I recognized him, and then I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
It's not him. The actor's doing a great job still. I'm annoyed, and that's a compliment to the actor, but there's something about him that gives off Dane Cook energy, and I can't help that. But what are they going to do with all that magic in a bear?
Yeah, right. What if it's you go to a gremlin situation, the teddy bear becomes alive, full of magic.
Oh no.
And whimsy. Because also, even when Bonnie is there with them, they have a hard time listening to her, taking her advice for plans. Her sending what is a very good thing of being hey, I'm giving you do something with this, right? Without that kind of communication block there, I feel like they're gonna be not having a good time of what to do with this, if they put their heads together, what are they gonna concoct with this magic bear?
Especially because they do have witches in their vicinity. They have the twins, and they have Jo, who we now know has relinquished her magic, whatever the fuck that means in the context of this show. But Luke, what biblical name is it? I think it's Luke. Luke said to Liv, hey, we gotta go. We gotta, he said something to her at the fundraiser of like, we gotta dip out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, sure. Like,
Right.
I got a fundraiser to do, so I don't care about that.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure what that means. The unfortunate thing about knowing is that I can't get my hopes up
Mm-hmm.
because I know what happens here.
Right.
So that almost pisses me off more because she is still alive, right? Granted, she has a significant injury, but we do know now that she has access to medical supplies and medicine. Granted, she doesn't entirely know how to use it all, but she does have access to it.
Right.
And so now I'm just pissed because it doesn't make sense to me why she would need to be killed off the show. Right. Other than that they hate Black characters in this show. So I'm annoyed by that. There was another thing that I wrote down in my notes. Oh, I'm not surprised by Enzo. But Enzo turning Trip.
Oh my god. Yeah. Gag. This diva. Also, the way that happened was so like gnarly in a beautiful way. Of like, because they cross the Mystic Falls border or whatever the fuck. And Trip is like looking a little dazed and confused. And then like his throat just gets slit like while he's standing up and just starts like, losing it and dies. Gag. Very fun.
I should have known because Enzo was doing whack-a-mole with Trip's hands earlier in the episode.
Sure.
And that's Enzo's character, right? That if he gets trapped somewhere, he's going to eliminate all of the people who have tortured him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Listen, I don't dog him for it.
Sure.
But it was just the way that it was revealed that I was like, Jesus Christ, Enzo. Like,
yeah. Hey, bud, what the fuck?
Right.
I loved that Matt immediately looks at Stefan too and is like, what the fuck did you do? And he's like, why am I in it?
Well,
come on.
Listen, I mean, it was also partly Stefan's fault. He's the one that gave
Absolutely.
Enzo up. So we can blame Stefan for that too.
Yeah.
I am not, granted, it's still a little early in the show, but I'm not entirely sure where we are going. And I like to know, because usually, that's the thing about CW shows, is they usually kind of spell it out. So, Trip's out of the equation now. So he was our red herring. We still have their henchmen. But now I'm like, is it Kai somehow? Does he come back? Probably. Right. But if he comes back and Bonnie does, then do I care about this show anymore?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And is it also Liam? I mean, that seems like a boring answer. But if he's also weird in some way, then maybe. I still am also, a part of me has been feeling this way for like a long time now. My gut is telling me that Liz doesn't make it out of this.
Yeah, that certainly feels like it's coming, for sure.
Mainly because the show does not like moms, right?
Right.
But I'm just, they've kind of been running Caroline's character into the ground, and I'm worried that they're going to do that as like a plot device.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned about that. So I'm curious at this point. But next week is episode 8. And it's titled Fade Into You for another song.
Yeah.
It does, I will say, it does kind of look like a Thanksgiving to me.
It is giving, look at that turkey in there. Come on now.
Right. Just the lighting of it all.
The leaves, we're here. Holiday episode, baby. Let's go.
What if they do I mean, I would kind of double dip on their shows, but what if they do a Jason Derulo?
Oh, God. Please.
Can you
Please,
imagine?
God. Everyone leaves the table because they're all mad at each other. It's over.
I hope so. One can only hope.
Yeah.
We have some amazing patrons to thank. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Boop, boop, boop. Thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ow. Thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lautner.
Ow. Thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Bow, bow, bow. Thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Cart.
Ow. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ow. Thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Bow, bow, bow. Thank you to Emily Ozera.
Ooh, and thank you to Jaylene Ivishkov.
Pew, pew.
I have a fan fiction for you by the author Cupcake Molotov.
Beautiful.
It is titled I Don't Want to Talk. And the summary is: old vampires are the worst. Paris during Christmas should be magical. Instead, Caroline finds herself dealing with an unwanted acquaintance who just keeps popping up. And this looks like it is tagged with Caroline and Klaus.
Okay.
Oh, and it also looks like Enzo is in it as well.
All right.
So, thank you to Cupcake Molotov. What an interesting name that you have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am very excited to go sign up for this 1001 albums.
Yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your family about the show. We have a bonus that is coming out next week that I'm very much looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Very appropriately with some of the news from this week from Robert. And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ow!
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.